G'day viewers. Well, it's a lovely cool day. We've just had 2 days of about 37 degrees Celsius and today's only going to be about 22, so it's nice and pleasant. And I'm out here detecting in this area again. A little while ago I put up a video about this new area, and if you would have watched that you would have seen that yeah, I didn't really find that much, only the badge was the best of it. Yeah, it's just a big huge area. I don't know what was here years ago, or if there was anybody here years ago. It's been very, very quiet, just some bullets and shotties and stuff like that, and a few pull tabs. Yeah, so I've just been continuing on up here, and yeah, it's right next to the road here, as you can see. And yeah, just up there a bit, that's where I found some coins on a roadside, which I showed in an earlier video. So it's all in the same area here, and this is just a bushland reserve, so it's public land. And anyhow, I've been going along here with the Manticore. I've got the bigger coil on today, just a standard coil. Oops, that was the police. And yeah, I've finally got a good signal. $57, and I've just dug it, and there's a penny here. So on those numbers, I think it may even be a Britannia penny. I'll try and clean it up a bit for you, and then I'll get back to you in a second. Well, I've just cleaned it up a bit, and I can definitely see Queen Victoria there. So it's a Vicky penny. I can't really see the date now, but I'll clean it up properly when I get home, and we'll find out then what it is. All right, just moving on a bit from that penny. Yeah, some good numbers in there. I don't know. Sounds a bit scratchy to me, so, but anyhow, we'll have a go at digging it and see what it is. Just have to excuse all the vehicle noise, all the car noise. Can't find it now. Definitely some good numbers in there anyhow. Lovely sandy, easy digging soil here in the middle of summer where I live. It's clay soil, and yeah, it sets like concrete this time of the year, but in this area it's sandy, so it's much better for digging. I can't find it now. Listen, I'll see if I can find it, and I'll get back to you in a second. Oh, well, that's all it ended up being, just a rivet from an old horse harness or something like that. Anyhow, it goes to show that people were here years ago. Gee, the wind's coming up now. It's getting quite breezy. Anyhow, I got the signal. I'm not sure about that one. Some good numbers in there, but yeah, doesn't seem very solid. But then again, you never know. We'll have a look what it is anyhow. Ah, look at that. Ah, it's an old cable off a battery or something. There's quite a bit of wire and stuff through this area too. Alright, we will keep going and see if we can find anything else good. Well, I'm just wandering around this area and yeah, getting quite a few signals in the 20s and 30s, which are just bullets and bullet shells, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a huge area here to cover, and I suppose it's a bit like looking for a needle in a haystack to try and find some coins in here, but there's probably some here. It's just a matter of, yeah, swinging your detector in the right spot. Anyhow, I'll just keep going and we'll see how we get on. Geez, I thought I was onto another coin, but no, only these pesky things. The old washers. They give a good signal. Anyhow, I've just been wandering around. Yeah, haven't found much. There's a lot of bullets and shotties and that in the ground. But anyhow, we'll keep going. I've got a fair amount of time here yet, so who knows what we might come across. Now, just behind me as well, I've got that washer, and there's an old tree stump here. Would have been very old. Anyhow, I've got this signal here. It may be something good. We will see. Still down there. See some trucks on the road. Anyhow, we'll keep going here. Still deeper yet. Probably only end up being rubbish. I see something there. What is that? Oh, that's one of those saw medallions off the end of a saw. It's got an eagle on it. Can't read the rest of it now. But anyhow, I'll clean that one up when I get home and show you all in the review. Oh, well. That was certainly better than nothing. All right, we will keep going. Now, this target came up as a 38 or something like that. I thought, oh, yeah, probably a shotty shell or something. Anyhow, it isn't a shotty shell. It's something a bit better. It's part of an old buckle. One of those bits that go on a buckle or a strap or whatever. Yeah. Oh, well, something a bit better. Wasn't long before I got a good signal in the high 40s here, and thinking it'd only be rubbish, but look at that. I think we have something a lot better than rubbish. Something with green stones in it. Anyhow, I'll give that a bit of a brush off and we'll have a better look at it. There we go. It's a little brooch or badge or something. 4 green stones still in place, and yeah, the pin's still in the back. So yeah, you sort of carry on and think, oh, not much here in this place. It's pretty, you get a bit despondent, and then all of a sudden something like this turns up. So you just never know. All right, we'll carry on, and who knows what other surprise we might find in this area. And moving on, the next decent signal, it was a 35. And yeah, I don't know what we got here. Shotty shell. I thought it might be something a bit better. Alright, carry on. I've often seen videos on YouTube from the goldfields area where they say that they find some stones, and that's where there used to be an old hut or something like that. And yeah, I found some stones here, which is a bit unusual because there's no other stones around here. This is all sandy area. So yeah, there's a pile of stones, unless, you know, someone put them there, just rubble from a building site or something years ago, who knows. But I've just detected around here, I haven't found anything worth digging. So anyhow, it was just a thought I had. And we will keep going. Anyhow, a couple of videos back I showed you a shiny golden beetle. Well, here's another one. I think this one's even shinier. He's got iridescent green at the front of him. I'm not sure if he's even alive, that one. But there you go. Yeah, that one may have seen better days. Alright, we will keep going. Never know what we can find yet today. I just dug this signal here. It was in the low 60s, and this came up. First of all, I didn't think much of it, but looking at it, I think there might be some sort of decoration on there. And looking at the back of it, looks as though there might have been pins attached, so this may have been part of an old brooch or something. Anyhow, I'll clean it up a little bit and I'll get back to you in a second. Yeah, I think there is some decoration or something on there. It's fairly faint, it's not very distinct. Anyhow, I'll clean it up a bit when I get home. I might reveal a bit more about it. Alright, well, I'm heading for the gate now. It's nearly time for me to go home, so yeah, if I don't find anything good between now and when I get back to the ute, I'll catch you all in the review with the finds I made today, what there was of them. Okay, see you then. Well, I haven't got a real lot to show you today, but I'll just start off with this item, which is some sort of a buckle. Moving on to this item, which is the last item I found of any consequence. I reckon it's part of an old brooch. It's got some very faint decoration on. Perhaps there was something in the centre of it which is now long gone. I don't really know. And here's a close-up where you can just see the very faint decoration on it. And here's the saw medallion. It's from J. Beardshaw and Son from Sheffield. And it's got the dragon or eagle or whatever in the centre of it. It's in really nice condition, and I reckon it's a very cool find. It's almost as good as finding a coin, I reckon. And here's the penny from right near the start of today's hunt. It's a Victorian penny dated 1863. And turning it over, here's Queen Victoria on the other side. And by far today's best item is this lovely little cute jewel encrusted brooch with 4 little flowers on the front and 4 emeralds in the centre, and the rest are diamonds. Well, I'd like to think that they are, but it's more than likely they're just glass or whatever. It's probably just costume jewellery, I'd say, but it's still a lovely item, and how old it is I have no idea. I'm just lucky all the stones are still in place. And turning it over, you can see that the pin is still in place. So it's probably just came undone and just got lost. Well, I was there for over 4 hours today, and I've got 5 items of interest, so that's nearly an hour of detecting for each item. So good signals were very few and far between. It's just like looking for a needle in a haystack, and you just got to put your coil in the right spot to get something good. Well, considering that, I probably did quite well today to get what I did. Anyhow, that's about all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and before I finish up, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to do the following. But if you don't want to, that's okay. and I'll catch you on the next one anyhow. Hooroo!